3 years ago, my parents went to my aunt's house for the weekend and left me alone. I was 19, so it wasn't a big deal. We lived in an older 2-story house outside a small town in Indiana. That Friday night, it was raining hard. The kind of rain that makes the windows look black. I was downstairs playing video games when I heard a single knock from the floor above me. Just one. I paused the game and listened. Nothing. I figured it was the house settling. Our stairs creaked all the time. I kept playing. About 20 minutes later, I heard 3 knocks. It sounded like someone rapping on a bedroom door upstairs. I muted the TV. The rain was still hitting the windows, but the knocks had stopped. I called out, "Hello?" even though I knew I was alone. No answer. I grabbed my phone and went upstairs. Every room was empty. The windows were locked. Nothing looked disturbed. I laughed at myself and went back down. At 11:14 p.m., my phone buzzed. It was a text from my mom. "Make sure the upstairs guest room window stays locked. We had trouble with it before." That bothered me, because the guest room was the room where I thought the knocking came from. I went upstairs again. The window was closed and locked. Then I noticed something I hadn't seen earlier. The closet door was cracked open. I backed out of the room and shut the door. My hands were shaking so badly I dropped my phone. I called 911 from the hallway. While I was on the phone, the operator asked if I could hear anyone in the house. Before I answered, there was a loud thump directly over my head. Then, another. Then, footsteps. I ran downstairs and waited outside in the rain until deputies arrived. They searched the house and attic. They found a sleeping bag, food wrappers, empty water bottles, and a flashlight. Someone had been living in our attic. The deputy told me the person had likely left through a small roof vent before they arrived. The part that still bothers me is this. The attic access panel in that closet could only be opened from inside the closet. I had checked that room earlier, and the closet door was completely shut. At some point while I was downstairs, someone had quietly opened it and started knocking. When I was 22, I rented a small duplex by myself. My parents were visiting relatives at a state, and my girlfriend had just left after dinner. At around midnight, I was in bed watching videos when I heard a woman's voice downstairs. It sounded like someone speaking softly in the kitchen. I assumed my TV was still on. I went downstairs and found the living room dark. The kitchen was empty. As I turned around, I heard the voice again. Just one sentence. "Can you help me?" It came from outside the back door. I looked through the window over the sink. The porch light was off, and all I could see was rain. I didn't open the door. I asked, "Who's there?" No answer. I went back upstairs, but 5 minutes later, there was a knock at the back door. I looked at my phone. 12:17 a.m. I checked the window again. No one was there. Then my phone rang. It was my girlfriend. She sounded nervous. "Did you leave your backlight on? I just drove by and saw someone standing near your porch." My stomach dropped. I told her the porch light was off. She was quiet for a second. "Then who was that?" I locked myself in the bedroom and called the police. While I waited, I heard the back door handle move. Not pounding, not kicking, just a slow, careful rattle, like someone testing the lock. Then I heard the same woman's voice. "I know you're in there." The police arrived within minutes. They searched the property and found muddy footprints leading from the alley to my back porch. The footprints stopped at the door and disappeared into the grass behind the building. They never found anyone. The unsettling part came the next morning. On my kitchen counter, right below the window over the sink, there was a wet handprint. It was inside the house. I know I hadn't touched that counter because I'd cleaned it before my girlfriend came over. Someone had been close enough to leave a handprint while I was upstairs alone.